What's up, Scoop Troop, and welcome back to Sheeran Scoop. We're kicking things off with a bang today because the news cycle is absolutely pumping with updates you need to know. First up, we're taking a microscopic look at the incredible visual effects from the new Amazon film, Heads of State, with a detailed shot-by-shot breakdown that's blowing minds in the industry. Then, we've got a comeback story for the ages. Remember the intense thriller, Bastille Day? Pulled from theaters years ago, it's now a massive hit on Netflix, and we're breaking down why this Idris Elba and Richard Madden starrer is captivating audiences all over again. And the Idris Elba news just keeps coming. Get ready, because we're revealing exclusively that he's not just starring in, but also directing Neil Labute's This Is How It Goes for Apple TV+. This is a huge move for Elba and a major project for the streaming giant. But wait, there's more. We've got even more exclusive details on Idris Elba's directorial and starring venture with This Is How It Goes for Apple. It's a psychological thriller that's sure to keep you on the edge of your seat. Stick around, because this is the scoop you've been waiting for. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Heads of State, VFX Deconstructed. Get ready for an unprecedented deep dive into the visual wizardry behind Amazon's latest blockbuster, Heads of State. Forget just looking at the final product. This FX podcast, featuring DNEG's VFX supervisor Fabricio Bisa, meticulously breaks down the high-octane Air Force One attack sequence shot by shot. We're talking about a granular examination of how the stunning visuals were achieved, focusing exclusively on the dramatic action that kicks off the film starring Idris Elba and John Cena as leaders thrust into peril. This isn't just about pretty pictures, it's a masterclass in modern filmmaking. The breakdown is already generating buzz among VFX artists and film enthusiasts alike, eager to understand the intricate processes that bring such massive-scale action to life. Stay tuned as we peel back the layers of cinematic magic, because the next story is a surprising comeback that proves some films just refuse to be forgotten. Get ready to stream this rediscovered thriller that's suddenly topping the charts. The unlikely Netflix resurrection of Bastille Day. 9 years after a tragic event forced its premature removal from French cinemas, the intense thriller, Bastille Day, starring Idris Elba and Richard Madden, is experiencing a massive second life on Netflix. Originally released in July 2016 and pulled just 3 days later out of respect for the victims of the Nice terrorist attack, the film, set against a tense Bastille Day in Paris, has now found a huge audience on streaming. Directed by James Watkins, the movie plunges viewers into a race against time as a pickpocket played by Richard Madden steals a bomb-laden bag, crossing paths with a determined CIA agent, Idris Elba, leading them both into a deep conspiracy. The film's resurgence is attributed to Elba's global star power and the enduring appeal of a well-crafted action thriller. Critics and audiences are now praising the performances and the gritty Parisian backdrop, marveling at how a film once deemed too sensitive has become a top-streamed title, proving that compelling stories can indeed find their moment, even years later. But the biggest news doesn't stop there, as we reveal an exclusive project that sees a major star stepping behind the camera for a gripping new adaptation. Get ready for an exclusive on Idris Elba's next major directorial and acting commitment. Idris Elba takes the helm for Apple TV+. This Is How It Goes. Fresh off his presence at the Venice Film Festival, the immensely talented Idris Elba is gearing up for his next monumental project. He's set to star in and direct a feature film adaptation of Neil Labute's acclaimed play, This Is How It Goes, for Apple TV+. This move deepens Elba's strong relationship with Apple, building on the massive success of his thriller series, Hijack. The play, a tense psychological drama originally staged in 2005, delves into themes of identity, truth, and manipulation through the story of a couple who unexpectedly reconnect with an old acquaintance, leading to a complex exploration of fractured relationships and hidden secrets. Elba, who previously starred in the 2005 West End production, will take on a new, undisclosed role for this screen version, promising a fresh interpretation. Fans and industry insiders are buzzing about Elba's directorial prowess, with this project marking another significant step in his behind-the-camera career, collaborating with his new production company, 22 Summers, and the French studio Gaumont for this Apple original film. And we've got even more exclusive intel on this exciting development, straight from the source. Get ready for further details on this highly anticipated psychological thriller that's set to redefine the genre. Apple confirms Idris Elba to direct and star in This Is How It Goes. In an exclusive report, we can confirm that Idris Elba is not only starring in, but also directing the feature film adaptation of Neil Labute's tense psychological thriller, This Is How It Goes, for Apple Original Films. This project marks a significant collaboration between Elba's production company, 22 Summers, and Gaumont, serving as the studio for the Apple original film. The story centers on a couple who offer shelter to an old acquaintance, only to find themselves entangled in a web of deception and shifting realities. Elba, who previously portrayed Cody in the 2005 stage production, will inhabit a different, yet-to-be-revealed role in this screen adaptation, adding another layer of intrigue. Following the success of Hijack on Apple TV+, Elba continues to solidify his status as a key creative force for the platform. The adaptation, penned by Nathaniel Price, is already generating considerable anticipation within the industry, with further casting announcements eagerly awaited. That's a wrap on our top stories for today, but don't go anywhere yet. We've got a lightning-fast recap and a massive call to action coming your way right after this. And that's a wrap on today's Sheeran Scoop. We dove into the incredible VFX breakdown of Heads of State, celebrated the surprising Netflix comeback of Idris Elba's Bastille Day, and exclusively revealed Idris Elba's directorial and starring role in This Is How It Goes for Apple TV+. Don't miss out on any of the action. Make sure you're subscribed to Sheeran Scoop, hit that notification bell so you never miss an update, smash that like button if you enjoyed this video, and drop a comment below telling us which story you're most excited about. You can also follow us on all our social media channels for even more exclusive content. Thanks for watching, Scoop Troop, and we'll see you in the next one.